So let's just start with this feeling. I think every single creator knows it. The feeling that the algorithm is some kind of enemy, that it's actively holding your content back. But what if the whole idea is just completely wrong?
This right here, this is the one fundamental mindset shift you have to make. The folks at YouTube are really clear about this. The algorithm is not a gatekeeper trying to block you. Think of it as a matchmaker, one that is actively, constantly trying to connect your video with its absolute perfect viewer. So here's the game plan for today. First, we'll get into the algorithm's true goal. Then we'll cover the key signals you really need to master. After that, we'll talk about mastering your video's packaging, the first impression. Then the fun stuff, what's new for 2025? And we'll wrap it all up with your next concrete creator moves. All right, let's dive into part one, the algorithm's true goal. And listen, the key that unlocks this whole thing is actually incredibly simple. It is all about the viewer. You see, the whole system is viewer-centric. This is so important. It doesn't start with your video and then desperately try to find people to watch it. Nope. It starts with a viewer, someone just like you opening the app, and then it pulls in the best possible videos for them in that moment. Your whole job is to be one of those videos. This quote from one of YouTube's own people just says it perfectly. The algorithm's job is to follow the audience. So from now on, if you're ever wondering, what does the algorithm want? I want you to just replace the word algorithm with audience. What does my audience want? That's it. That's your answer. Here is a fantastic way to think about it, also straight from the team at YouTube. They call it automated word of mouth. Basically, the system looks at what viewers with similar tastes have watched and enjoyed, and then it recommends that stuff to others. It's just like a friend saying, oh my gosh, you have to watch this, but it's happening millions of times a second. Okay, let's move on to part two, and you'll see how this all connects. We know the goal is to make the viewer happy, right? But how does YouTube actually measure that happiness? Well, these are the key signals you need to get really, really good at. It really just boils down to these three core pillars. First, you've got click-through rate, or CTR, then there's watch time and retention, and finally, the big one, viewer satisfaction. Let's quickly break each of these down. First up is CTR. It's simple. When YouTube shows your video to somebody, that's an impression, do they actually click it? This is your first test, your first hurdle. A high CTR tells the system, hey, people find this packaging, this topic, compelling. Okay, so they clicked? Great. But do they stick around? That's where watch time and audience retention come in. These are massive, massive signals that you've made a quality video. The longer you keep people on YouTube, the more the algorithm is going to love you for it. It's a huge positive signal. But really, the ultimate signal is viewer satisfaction. And yes, YouTube literally asks viewers directly with surveys if they enjoyed a video. That feedback, plus things like likes, shares, and whether people come back to watch more from you, it all carries a ton of weight. It's not just about what they do, it's about how they feel after watching. Okay, on to section 3. Knowing the signals is one thing, but how do you actually influence them? Let's talk about the part where you have the most direct control, mastering your packaging to win that critical, all-important click. This is your storefront on YouTube. Your thumbnail and your title, they're like tiny little advertisements for your content. In a sea of endless options, they have to grab attention and spark just enough curiosity to make someone stop scrolling and click. So the goal here is crystal clear. Your main job with packaging is to drive a high click-through rate. Look, you can't force someone to watch your entire video, but you can craft a title and thumbnail combination that is almost irresistible. And honestly, this is where AI tools can be a total game changer. For example, Pop by Tuulie is an AI-powered YouTube thumbnail studio that helps you whip up scroll-stopping designs in literally seconds. It's all guided by proven layout theory and hook psychology, all designed to do one thing: boost your CTR. All right, now for the really exciting part. Section 4, what's new for 2025? YouTube is in the middle of a massive update to its recommendation engine, and guess what? It's all powered by some seriously advanced AI. The best way to get this change is with an analogy. The old system, it was kind of like a cook following a recipe. It knew a video was about Indian cooking. But the new system, it's like an expert chef. It understands the nuance, the ingredients, the style, the emotion behind the dish. And here's why that's so awesome for you. It means better, more precise matchmaking. Your video about a very specific style of salsa dancing won't just get shown to people who like dance. It will find the people who love that specific style. Your unique voice, your niche, has a better chance than ever to find its perfect audience. Okay, let's bring it all home with our final section, your next creator moves. We're going to turn all this theory into a clear, simple action plan that you can start using today. Here are your 3 main areas of focus. 1. Serve the viewer. Just stop trying to hack the system and start obsessing over your audience's satisfaction. 2. Master your packaging. Your thumbnail and title are your single biggest point of leverage. And 3. Create viewer journeys. If someone watches your video on how to bake a cake, what's the next logical video they'd want? Maybe how to make the perfect frosting? Guide them.
So, what can you do right now? For a super quick win, focus on improving your next thumbnail and title pairing. We've dropped a free From Title to Thumbnail cheat sheet down in the comments to help you out. And for your next moves, check out our 10-second stickiness formula cheat sheet for better intros. And of course, use Popeye Tuulie to test your designs for maximum clarity and impact.
So let's end with this. The algorithm isn't working against you. In fact, it's actively trying to find the right people for your videos. So the real question you should be asking yourself is, how are you going to help it do its job?